Howdy all, me again. And I know I said I was going to be taking a break in October, but I'm not taking this break for a while yet, so I figured, well, why not do a few short Let's Plays, like some old games and stuff. It'd probably be easier, you know. I need to keep positive right now, so I'm tackling Mega Man 2. I got into the series, I believe I mentioned it in the Mega Man X Let's Play I did. I got into the Mega Man series thanks to watching Let's Plays done by the great Clement J642. Check out his channel if you haven't, because he's a fantastic Let's Player. Unfortunately, I'm not that great at Mega Man 2, but, well, I really wanted to give it a shot, so I'm giving it a shot. Now, there are two difficulties here. There's normal mode, which is basically easy mode, and then there's difficult mode, which is basically the real true difficulty of the game. Now, normally I would consider tackling it on difficult, purely because I think that I had a discussion with my brother a while ago, and he was like, if you do Mega Man 2, you have to do it on difficult mode. I think it was my brother that said that. But the fact of the matter is, I'm terrible at difficult mode. It's not that much difficult, you know, more difficult than the normal mode, but I'm still not that good at it, so... yeah, I'm doing normal mode. Bite me. I always tackle Metal Man first, because the Metal Blade is an awesome weapon, and yeah, most people tend to tackle Metal Man first. But my reasoning for it is, like, I think there are 3 Robot Masters that are weak to the Metal Blade, so that's 3 different routes I can take, so yeah. So yeah, this is Metal Man stage, and I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. There's like, oh god, didn't want that to happen. There's like all these conveyor belts pushing you in one direction or the other. Don't really have much to say about them. You've got all these falling chandeliers. If you have Flashman's weapon, the Time Stopper, you can stop them from falling, but I don't, so yeah. And yes, there is plenty of sprite flickering. It don't matter what version of the frigging game I play, there's always sprite flickering. I can play it on the original NES, I can play it on the Virtual Console, on the Wii, I can play it on the Anniversary Collection, which I imported from my GameCube. I can play it on a friggin' emulator. I always encounter sprite flickering. I think that's just this game's problem, it's just something you kind of learn to deal with. But yeah, so I'm playing it on an emulator, and this is where I get all the goody two-shoes people coming in saying, oh my god, you're not allowed to do that! You naughty, naughty person! Rawr! Screw you, I have 3 copies of the game lying around legitimately, so it's just easier for me to do it this way. I generally don't like playing this game on the Anniversary Collection, because I have the GameCube version, because the GameCube's the only one I could get a freeloader for, because I'm British, you know. It was never released over here. The problem with it is that the controls are kind of fucked up, because the B button is the jump button and the big massive A button is the shoot button. You'd have thought it would be the other way round, but no. They had to be clever. Not. But yeah, what else can I say? These guys go down in 2 hits if you're playing on difficult mode. Go figure. But Metal Man stage really isn't that bad. I think the drills are kind of annoying, but on the whole it's not that bad. And the E-Tank that was way back there, the second one, I wouldn't go after it unless you have item 2, which I don't, so sod it, it's not worth it. There are plenty of E-Tanks. I can only carry 4 at a time anyway, and I can generally, in normal mode, I can generally get by okay without needing to use them. So this is Metal Man. He generally won't attack you until you attack him. Dodging his metal blades is easy enough until the bloody conveyor belt decides it's going to change bloody direction. And then it becomes just a little bit trickier. At least to me it does. I think that's one of the reasons why I probably have difficulty in difficult mode. Because I suck at gaming. I'm sorry, but it's true. In normal mode, the Mega Buster does a little bit extra damage, so goes down a lot quicker. Whereas in difficult mode, it doesn't do anywhere near the amount of damage. I know I'm a pussy for doing it on normal mode, but screw you all! It's my channel! So now we've got the Metal Blade, probably the best weapon in the game in my opinion. Because it can shoot in all 8 directions and it is really powerful. Now I could get a password, but I am really not bothered. So there are 3 Robot Masters weak to Metal Blade: Flash Man, Bubble Man and Woodman. And I will be going Woodman next, because I consider Woodman to actually be well, it's more to do with his weapon. His weapon is actually pretty darn good. When we gain his weapon, you'll see what I mean. I have nothing but praise for Woodman's weapon, if used in the right circumstances. Now, Woodman is also weak to Atomic Fire, which is Heatman's weapon. But Heatman's stage... fuck it. Fuck it to hell. I hate Heatman's stage. It's those... well, you'll see when I get to it. I can't stand it. But the good news is he's also weak to Metal Blade. I mean, the weakness isn't as prominent as what it is with Atomic Fire, but you'll see what I mean when I get to Heatman. About the stage. And when I get to Woodman, you'll see that, you know, Metal Blade still does quite a good chunk of damage to him. I like the fact that some of the Robot Masters in this game has, like, more than one weakness. It just makes things a bit more bearable. These dogs can be annoying, but if you have Time Stopper, which is Flashman's weapon, then you can prevent them from appearing at all. But on the whole, they're not too bad. So Mega Man, what can I say about Mega Man? Well, what else is there to say? I never actually played a Mega Man game until I started watching the Great Clement's Let's Plays, and then I fell in love. I was like, actually, I want to give that a go, and I did. And normally with hard games, I'm a pretty stubborn sort, and I give up too easily and stuff, but with Mega Man, I just kept wanting to try and try again. I never wanted to give up on it. I just enjoyed it. It didn't matter that it was challenging. It was challenging in a good way. It offered plenty of replayability. It was just so fun. The difficulty ceased to matter to me. And that's saying something, because I'm like the most useless gamer ever. And these eggs can go fuck themselves. Actually, I take that back. How can an egg fuck itself? It can't. Woodman stage really isn't all that bad. The boss itself, though, Woodman himself, is a little bit challenging, though. So, you'll see what I mean when I get to him. It's that bloody shield of his. It's... well... It takes off a chunk of damage, I will say that. Quite a big chunk as well. And these birds jump over you, so don't even bother trying to, like, hit them. I don't think the Metal Blade does anything to him anyway. So yeah. Robot Master number 2. Oh, for fuck's sake, stop slowing down. Stupid footage. And... hello, Woodman. So Woodman will summon a shield of leaves around him and then chuck it at you. Don't worry about hitting the leaves that are falling down, because they don't do anywhere near as much damage as the shield itself does. So you want to try and avoid the shield if you can. Once the shield's up, you can't do anything. See, look how much damage that did. Fuck you, Woodman. That's 2 robot masters down. And now I can go on to the next stage. Get equipped with leaf shield. I'd have been astonished if it was called the wood shield, because, well, you're surrounded by leaves, not wood. Anyway, Airman's up next, and I know loads of people seem to think that Airman's really, really tough. I mean, they even had a song about how he was unbeatable and shit, but he's not that bad, honestly. He really isn't. Probably challenging if you only go at him with the Mega Buster, but if you have the leaf shield, I nearly called it the fucking wood shield then. If you have the leaf shield, he's not that bad. He honestly isn't. In fact, he's pretty darn easy with the leaf shield. Which is why I love the order that I do it in. It just makes the Robot Masters so easy to take on. I mean, Metal Man can give me Jip in difficult mode, because I suck. But other than that, no issue. So I'm going for the Metal Blade here, because I find it so useful, the fact that it can shoot in 8 different directions. So there's this one jump that I always get nervous about, and it's this one coming right up. But using the Metal Blade, it's a joke, really. Big problem is if I was to go at him with the Mega Buster, I would then have the issue of having to jump and try and make sure I stay on the platform, and then the fucker would hit me with his lightning bolt. Who does he think he is, Zeus? Oh, I don't know. Now, this bit can be kind of annoying, but purely because, unless you know that there's going to be, these birds with the sodden eggs coming, you wouldn't know that they were coming. I swear one time I was walking past and they dropped an egg on me right behind a cloud. I did not know that bird was there. It can happen sometimes. Other than that, the stage isn't too bad. I kind of like the design of it. Excuse me. I love the music in Mega Man 2. I think the music is really great. You know, I could see why people gush over the soundtrack. Mega Man 2, fantastic music. Love it. I love it! So yeah, plenty of bottomless pits here, and fucking birds, go to hell. I don't even care about using the Mega Buster. Why would you, when you've got the Metal Blade? I are noob. I fully admit to it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Here I am wasting time on these birds. I'm just losing more health, so sod it. Ah! Would help if they dropped some health. But no, only weapon energy, which I don't need. Right, so now I need the leaf shield. Let's do this. And like I say, don't worry too much about Airman. If you've got the leaf shield, he's a bit of a joke, actually. Jump over his tornadoes. Don't bother trying to shoot him while he's firing the tornadoes at you, because you're not going to get anywhere. And just use the leaf shield to finish him off when he's at the other side. It does a ton of damage. But that annoying background noise is just there. Stop raping my ears, leaf shield. Okay. Get equipped with air shooter. Okay. By beating Airman stage, you also get one of the 3 different items that you can get in this game. In Airman stage, you get item 2, one of the more useful items. Basically, I could go after Heatman now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to because, well, I have my order set out in my mind. The item 2 basically enables you to get across large chasms, which is really useful. Right, so next up is Crashman. And I've got a really big soft spot for Crashman's stage music. I love that music. We haven't been introduced to these guys yet. Metals, I believe they're called. And they're shielded until you get close, and then they shoot 3 shots at you. And yeah, pretty easy to hit. Pretty classic as well. And there's these sections here. I don't like these enemies because they tend to get in the way an awful lot. And I disapprove. No one's allowed to get in my way, don't you know? I'm a sucky gamer, I don't need you getting in my way. Well, it's a good thing I did stay down there. Extra life and some health. I find the leaf shield really, really helpful for this point, even with that ear-grating background noise that it makes. Mind you, it's better than listening to me sing, I suppose. Super fighting robot, Mega Man, fighting to save the world. I'll shut up now. Well, at least with regards to singing, because I know I'm terrible at it. I just find like the leaf shield so useful for this point, because it's just like, they can't hit you. Nah, 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 nah. I feel less guilty about tackling normal mode than what I initially did, because I know that there are some Let's Players who tackle it on normal mode, including the likes of, I believe Brain Scratch Commentaries did normal mode, I believe Xan Shadow did normal mode. I feel less guilty about it. So, if my dear brother, or anyone else for that matter, wants to mock me for doing normal mode, go ahead, well, that's your problem. This metal is just... I hate the placement of this thing. Because if you're not careful, you can get knocked down below. So I always tend to just try and lure it towards me. And luckily it dropped a health pickup, so it's not like it mattered anything. But that placement is so annoying. I don't like that placement at all. Wood shield is so useful to have. Oh, for fuck's sake. I called it the fucking wood shield. Leaf shield! Leaf shield! Naughty! Anyway, the leaf shield is really handy to have here because these fuckers. I hate these egg-throwing fuckers. Reminds me of the time I was walking home from college a few years ago and some fuckwit from a car just threw an egg at me out of nowhere. I hadn't done anything. I was just walking along, minding my own business, and some fucking chav threw an egg at me. Next thing I know, there was this pain in my leg, and I hate those birds. Next thing I knew, there was this pain in my leg, and yeah, someone had thrown an egg at me, and there was egg all up my fucking trousers. You know what the worst part was? My parents blamed me for it. Why didn't you get out of the way? Oh, I can't even remember if that was what they said, but I'm pretty sure I felt like I'd been blamed. I was blamed for being egged. I hadn't even done anything, so that's what was really hurtful. It's just, Fucking chavs. I don't know if anyone else has actually ever experienced that. Which is why I feel so bitter about those fucking birds egging me. I always come up here because extra life and all that. I hate these enemies because they constantly respawn like mere seconds after you you know, miss, like, not even a second! Jesus! Give me a chance! Right. Crash Man is weak to Airman's weapon. And I mean painfully weak to Airman's weapon. I mean, Jesus. Just watch. What? And another one. Crash Man is dead already. It's amazing, really, just how weak this guy is. To air shooter. And with that we get the Crash Bomber. It's not that great of a weapon, but it certainly has its uses in places. Ooh, Mega Man is now a manly Pinky Peach. Way to go, Mega Man. You fight gender stereotyping. I fucking hate gender stereotyping. Oh, if you're a girl, you have to like pink. But if you're a boy and you like pink, that means you're gay. No, it fucking doesn't. Twats. So, moving on. This is Bubble Man's stage, and I could have gone either one of two ways. I could have gone to Flash Man, or I could have gone this way, and I always tend to go this way just because I actually find Quick Man stage to be the hardest one for me to deal with. And I know that sounds really pussy and lame gamer of me, but that's the truth of the matter. But yeah. Bubble Man is a good candidate for the first Robot Master you could go after if you're feeling very unconfident. The only problem is the weapon that you get, Bubble Lead. He's only weak to Heat Man, and I believe I've mentioned before, Heat Man stage is a bitch. I hate Heat Man stage. That's why I went the route that I did, so that I can get the glorious item 2, which just makes that stage a complete joke. Otherwise I would be very bitter. Right. I can't believe it's taken me this long to mention it, given that I've been playing this game for like 20 minutes now. Mega Man is incredibly weak to spikes. You touch a spike, even 1 pixel, he's dead. He will not live. Instant death. So you've really got to be careful. This stage loves spikes, so you really got to, like I say, be careful here. And sorry I had to pause there. I can't even remember what for now, but I think it was like a conversation or something. But yeah, this stage does really... Oh, for fuck's sake. There's really nothing to this stage, in all honesty. You know, like I say, just avoid the spikes. The buoyancy in the water means that Mega Man jumps ridiculously high underwater. I don't quite understand how that works, but... Well, they do say that buoyancy of water takes the weight out of things. So that's kind of probably why. Oh, whoa! Didn't say you could come back. Bubble Man is weak to the Metal Blade, just like Woodman was, but I think the weakness is even greater. Because obviously Woodman's greatest weakness is the Heatman's weapon, Atomic Fire. But I think Bubble Man's greatest weakness is the Metal Blade. So let's do it. Hello, Bubble Man. Mr. Easiest Robot Master in the fucking game. He tosses bubbles at you. And literally, I didn't even have to move. Oh my god. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next part. We've got the bubble head, so next time I will be tackling Heatman stage and probably make start on Wily Fortress eventually, so see you then.